upload videos to our PowerPoint, so we probably like just searched this on YouTube. So I'm gonna try to do this pretty quickly and with less movement as possible, because the room gets really fuzzy like that. So you come into the room, you see Social Egypt, and we have King Tut's mask right there as one of the artifacts. And right here you have the Pharaoh's mask, and the Pharaoh was top of the social classes, and basically all of his orders would be done. The person who would take all of his orders would be the vizier, which is right here, and the Pharaoh would directly give his or her orders to the vizier, and the vizier would make it happen. For example, the pyramids and the Sphinx. Right here is the priests, and they were third in the classes, in the Social Egypt classes, and basically they would give what's the word I'm looking for? Influence the people of Egypt into believing in different gods and stories that they would tell them in their temples. And right here is a doctor, and the doctor would be a great part of the mummification for the pharaohs, and working that out in the into the tombs and stuff like that. And the priest would also help with deaths and the burying of the bodies. And right here is a scribe, and the scribes had to be very intelligent for writing down and being able to communicate to one another hundreds of years ago. And right here is a picture of the craftsmen just doing their thing, and they're working on, and the Pharaoh would mainly all of his tasks would have to do with the craftsmen. The craftsmen had to do basically with everything: building, painting, working, stuff like that. And over here is a picture of the slaves, which are at the bottom, slaves/peasants and farmers, which are at the bottom of the social classes. So right here is an example of the craftsmen, which, as you can see, put a ton of detail into their work, just the way they design the tomb and the sarcophagus and stuff like that. So, and right here is King Narmer. King Narmer, way before Egypt all became one, there would be a South Egypt and a North Egypt, and he was the one who wore both crowns to bring Egypt all into just one civilization. Right here is the pyramid. Right here, it's kind of annoying to get this thing into view, but you can see the pyramid was built by craftsmen and peasants, and it was used for the burying of the pharaohs, because they had such high power. And here's another picture of the priests, and the priests were a great influence, because religion was a great part of the Egyptian society, because they would let them know to believe in one god or multiple gods, and they would tell them different stories of how the sun came to be, and orbit, the moon, and stuff like that. So down here is a scribe, and that was also a wall painting that was preserved in a museum. So right here is a scribe, and you can see how complex their language was years ago in ancient Egypt. And I believe they would read right to left, but I'm not positive on that. So right here is another one of the craftsmen's work, and these were preserved from a tomb, I believe, and you could tell even their pottery was done just as well as some pottery that is done today without the modern equipment that we have. And right here is a picture of a scribe that is actually teaching. You can see the scribe in the hand, and I believe this is bronze, but I'm not quite sure. In this final room of the exhibit right here, I may be taking too long, so this might be cut out, but is just the Pharaoh's room, and we have from the 3D warehouse, the Pharaoh's sarcophagus. Obviously, it's not the exact replica, but it kind of gives you an idea of what it actually was. Here's the Sphinx, and I think the Sphinx was sort of a just built because the Pharaoh wanted to show how much power he or she had, because honestly there's really no point to building that other than showing power. But the pyramids also showed power, but yet were also used for the tombs. And over here is just a picture of another Pharaoh replica. So there you go, that's our room for the exhibit, and now I guess we'll go back to the PowerPoint.